Hello everyone. Today I'm bringing you a geography lesson. So we've not done any geography yet this term. So geography is when we learn about the sort of world around us, and we look at things like the weather or landscapes or different features of places and things like that. Okay, so today for our lesson you're just going to need the back of your book, a pencil and a ruler. And I'm going to take you through. Today we are looking at settlements. So we're going to be thinking about what different settlements are, because obviously in our topic we have been looking at Roman settlements. So today we're just going to learn a bit more about what a settlement is and some different types of settlement. So first of all, a little challenge for you to think about compass points. So from the star here, you've got some instructions for where these shapes belong. So you can pause the video and see if you can work out where each shape should be going on my grid there. Okay, so pause the video here to do that. Okay, so let's have a look at those. So the square belongs 1 square south from the star. So we can see on our compass that south is down here. So 1 square south would be there. Okay, the diamond belongs 4 squares west. So west is here, so we're going to go that way. So there's the diamond, so 4 squares west. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for that one. The circle belongs 3 squares northeast. Well, there's north, and we can see NE for northeast there. So the circle belongs 3 squares northeast. So if we go from the star, 1, 2, 3, so it would be there. And then the triangle belongs 2 squares southwest. So again, there's south and there's SW for southwest. So we're going diagonally the opposite way, 2 squares. So 1, 2, there we go. So hopefully that's where you thought all of those shapes would be. Okay, so what are settlements? So we know that from our topic lessons that settlements that the Romans built were like towns. They were places where lots of people would live, but there are different types of settlement. So settlements are places that people live and sometimes work. They can be small or large depending on how many people live there and how many facilities there are. So that's things like shops and stuff like that. Oh, here you go. Facilities are places where certain things happen. For example, schools, for education, parks for playing, or shops for selling things. So I'm going to show you this quick video here. So I've put that link in the description for this lesson too, so that you can find that if mine doesn't work, which it often doesn't like to. So let me find my internet page to share with you. Oh, and that's not the right page. Sorry, let me copy and paste this link again because I seem to have lost it. I'm having some issues with technology at the moment. So, right, so let me just check that, yes, I'm sharing that. Okay, so let's have a look at this.
High up in my airship, I can look down and see where people have built places to live and work, from hamlets and villages to towns and cities. We call these places settlements. But how can we tell the difference between a hamlet and a village or a town and a city? Well, it mostly depends on how many people live in a place and how many facilities like shops and schools there are. Let me show you. This is a hamlet, which is a very small group of homes. And this is a village. There's a few shops, a post office, a village hall, as well as a primary school and a doctor's office. This is a town. There are more buildings, and there's a railway station, a secondary school, and a shopping centre. And this is a city. There are lots of buildings and people. There's a cathedral, a sports stadium, and large buildings such as universities and hospitals. Strangely, if a settlement has a cathedral, it's also called a city, even if it's not very big, like St David's in South Wales. Some settlements have a particular function. For example, this is a port. where ships bring goods to and from the UK. And this is a market town, where local farmers and traders buy and sell their produce. It all looks so busy down there. I think I prefer it up here.
Okay, so going back to my flip chart. So we had 4 different types of settlement there. So a hamlet was a really small settlement. It's just a group of houses, really. And then a village would be a small, but it's going to have some houses, a primary school, some shops, a post office, a village hall, things like that. So a little village. And then a town is a larger than a village. It's got houses, primary and secondary schools, as well as sometimes having a railway station and a shopping centre. And then a city is the largest type of settlement that has lots of things like hospitals, sports facilities, universities, shops, offices, many houses, and a cathedral. So what type of settlement is Rangeworthy, which is close by to Yate? So if you're not sure, you could have a look on a map after this video, see if you can look at it and think, what's Rangeworthy going to be? What type of settlement is Yate? That's an easier one to think about. So think Yate, we have secondary schools, primary schools, shopping centre, railway station. So which one's Yate? Is it a city, a village, a town? And then what type of settlement is Bristol? Think about all the things that are in Bristol. So hopefully you can answer those questions. And then in your own words, your task for today is simply to complete these sentences by telling me a bit about what is in each of these places. So again, if you want to do some research and find out some particular things that you could name that are in Bristol and Rangeworthy as well, that would be great. And then you've got a challenge there. Can you think of other villages, towns or sites that you know of? So you could make a little list or do sort of a mind map to show me some other villages, towns, or, oh, sorry, that should be cities that you know of. Okay, so that's your task for today. Really simple, but make sure that you use some evidence from that video clip to explain how you know that they are those things. Okay, so I will be back with some more geography next week. So thank you for joining me and goodbye.